2, 3, 4. Hey, and welcome to 30 minutes of srb2kart front running set to cozy music. With me, Waterman, or Jump Jet, or whichever alt I decided to use that day. Though I don't know what more to say beyond that. It's 30 minutes of me front running various online races, while nice tracks from other video games play in the background, and every so often I pop in to add a little commentary about what's going on. It's basically what it says on the tin. Really, the idea for this started with me trying to think about how to make the worst possible kart video. And I mean, I've watched a lot of kart videos, so I know what's all out there. If you've somehow ended up here, chances are you're in the same boat. And we likely both have opinions about which kart videos we consider good, and which ones we consider, still good, but not as much. But those are just our opinions. And here I wanted to make the objectively worst kart video. So, the method I chose for that was to look at the most successful kart videos out there, take note of what they're doing, and then do the exact opposite of that. And as I was rewatching these videos, it struck me that there are 3 elements that the most popular kart videos have. First, they're all fast-paced. Every few seconds there's a jump cut to something new. And a single 5-minute video usually has 20 to 40 unique clips in there, and that's not even counting the gags and cutaways layered on top. Second, they're all packed with memes. People can't get enough of those funny noises, the pretty cool bananas, the voice clip of the guy who says bruh. We love the guy who says bruh. It's ear candy. Third, and most importantly, is that they feature the player basically eating shit. These videos are all about showing the most spectacular ways that you can have your day ruined. There's actually a post by CoralDev, who created the series just titled Kart, that got circulated around the KartTuber scene not too long ago, and it talked about how the people who watch kart videos, quote, want to see the insanity, and I'm inclined to agree. So, those are the 3 elements that a good kart video has: fast pace, lots of memes, and wild antics. Which means that to make the worst kart video, I could just do the opposite. Instead of fast-paced, quick cuts, I should use long, slow cuts. Instead of lots of memes, only a couple memes. And instead of getting karted in new and crazy ways, I'd have to, God forbid, make it through races without that happening. And it turns out that a front-running compilation does all 3. Front running is really interesting to me because the experience of doing it is radically different from the experience of watching it. Once you realize that you're out ahead with some space behind you, then it's all on you to clutch it out. You know that victory is yours to grasp, and all you have to do is not blow it. Yet all it takes is a single banana, or hidden egg box, or tiny patch of grass, or drift held just too long or not long enough for all to be taken away. In the moment, it's really stressful, and watching people front run live can also be stressful in the same way. At least, if you get invested in wanting the person you're watching to win. However, watching replays of front running is usually pretty boring because we all know it's going to happen. There's no thrill in watching someone who's in first stay in first place. We watch these videos to see the insanity, and these runs make the game look thoroughly normal. Yet honestly, I want to believe that this is what we need. We're going on almost a year of these uncertain times with an end in sight that never seems to draw any closer, like the mountains on the far side of the desert. And beyond that, life in general has felt so chaotic. Every day I log on to Twitter and there's something new to be mad about, usually delivered by someone who believes that being mad is a personality. And then we turn to kart to get away from it all, only to get bumped into a hole and end up in 9th. Every time. It's a lot. We deserve a break. We deserve to not worry about how things will turn out here. The outcome has already been decided. You know that we're going to win already, so you can just sit back and enjoy it happening. You can just relax and feel like you're going real fast, zip zooming along the tracks, just like your hero and best friend, Sonic. Oh yeah, I should mention that I've decided to start using Amy as a secondary character, and possibly a future main/bride. I'm trying not to use her in videos too much though, because that's basically the death knell for anybody who posts kart videos to YouTube. Too many actually good video creators have built their brand around specific types of Amy for anyone else to compete. It's not like Cream, where even though there are 4 kartubers I know of who all play Cream, they also hang out in the same server and share their videos with each other and play together and draw fan art of each other's OCs, and it's all too pure for me to take. Cream mains are all happy to coexist, and they want you to join them too. Amy mains will cut you. I still like Blaze though. I do have more technical opinions about how she plays, but they're long and nerdy, and use the word driftspark a lot. Elsewhere I've heard that she's meta, but I've also heard that about every character. Shadow is meta, Cream is meta, Hatsune Miku is thick, but also meta. But I'm not sure what other characters I'd like who play sort of like her. Maybe I'd like playing as, say, Knights or Aegis more, but I like Blaze as a character more than those two. She's, she's a cat with fire hands, who is self-conscious about having fire hands. Her biggest struggle in life is learning how to have friends, and I can relate. Actually, now that I think about it, she's basically the same as Frozen Elsa, except Blaze's hands are hot instead of cold, and there aren't nearly as many pictures online where she's pregnant. There's definitely some, just not as many. Whereas Amy, even though she easily gets karted and it's not too hard to run her down, she's also a dream to handle. You can just point to anywhere on the track, tell her that Sonic is there, and she'll make a beeline right to that point. I've honestly felt way more in control with her than I have with anybody else, and I think that's important to recognize. Like, sometimes in life, there's the one you want to love, and there's the one you feel like you should love, but you notice that you spend most of your time with someone you just feel comfortable around, and decide that she must be the one you love most. And other people will tell you that you can do better, and that you're settling, but I don't think that's settling at all. I think that's just them trying to sell you a more prestigious unhappiness that mirrors their own. But also, Novemi just looks really pretty. Truly she is the way I want to move in the world. Hey everybody, what's your favorite Sonic game? Is it Sonic Eraser? Is it Sonic Boom? Wait, what's that? You're into Waku Waku Sonic Patoka? I think that one's been getting pretty popular lately. Wait, what's that? What's my favorite Sonic game? Well, if I had to pick, I guess I'd go with Cleaning Kit for Sega Saturn.
See? Shining power!
Being up front, out ahead of everybody, is really like choosing to be lonely. It's like looking back at everyone and saying, hey, I don't need you in my life, because you always hurt me. my very first front run. I think this was during my second day playing online, so it's a sentimental one for me. I remember it took a lot to work up the courage to play online. I was terrified. I thought I'd just make a fool of myself. Like, I even tried to make it less scary for myself by using the burner name. Jump Track Tiger is just the name of a song off an album I felt like listening to a couple days prior. The album isn't even one of my favorites either. I'd say it's only top 100, maybe. And then I assumed that, once I got good enough, I'd shed that identity and use a name that I liked more. So getting this run early on was kind of a confidence boost. It gave me the feeling that I might actually not be bad at this after all. Although the downside was that people then started to recognize me by this name, and once that happens it's hard to just ditch it. So I don't know what to do. I guess now I just pick names based on how shy I'm feeling that day, and how much I wish I could just disappear into the horizon. One last run, for eternity, for the dream thread. It's probably easy to notice that the same handful of people keep showing up in these races, and that's because I honestly don't explore as much as I should. Somewhere early on I found Mocha's coffee shop and decided to hold myself up in there, like a cat who takes up residence beneath your front porch. It's nice. The people are nice. It's probably the closest I'll get to finding community in this game. Although even then, I don't know. I'm still trying to find a home. Not just in kart, but in general. But I see the people here, and I know that this will be their home. This will be the place that they look back on fondly as the one time for them when the internet was kinda good, actually. And that warms my heart to see. We all deserve to have a place we call home, or at the very least, to have had a place to call home. We deserve to have a place to rest, an ending point to our journey, so that we're not front-running evermore. But that's enough of me rambling. Thank you for watching the worst kart video. I'm glad you joined me on this trip. Until we meet again, beneath the Sega blue sky.